Okay, we should be in a good spot. So, I got the demo for Fantasian on the PS5 because I want to see graphically how much different or better or what it is, but... Hey, sub! Welcome in! How you doing? I reinstalled Street Fighter for, reasons. And I'm looking forward to starting this soon. This also seems to be up my alley. So I don't know. I'm gonna kind of play through the demo and see what's what. But from what I've seen of this game, I need, like, I have a great need. So, yeah, here we go. You haven't touched Street Fighter in a while? I mean, I hadn't either, and then, well, the My trailers just got better. I was like, okay, I might want to try Street Fighter's version of My Shiranui. So, here we are. It was one of those games I bought until Mortal Kombat 1 came out. Yeah, I enjoyed Mortal Kombat 1. Chaos Reigns, not so much. Chaos Reigns was a waste of money. And they knew that. Warner Brothers knew that. It's why you can't buy it separate from the bundle. You have to get Chaos Reigns and the characters all together. We also have glimpses of the future here. Yakuza 4 is going to be starting in a few weeks. And for the anniversary of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, we're going to be reliving this. I can't wait. And this is really still installed because I fully expect an Easter event. And we're not. We are, of course, playing the Easter event when it happens. So... Anyway. So here's where we are today. Let's go. Just let me know if there's any issues with the audio.
What the hell happened to me?
Junpei, are you alright?
Hey, what are you two doing?
Come on, are you coming?
What do you mean to do to us?
Try using your brain first.
All of the cards are in hand.
Die Hard
Shit, this is nuts. Let me show you.
Took a year off from the game that's making me sad. Aww.
How are you
feeling?
I am Zero the Third, the king of this kingdom! I'm plenty friendly. Hold on a minute! That is the truth.
Who am I? How can I forget?
How do I take it
What
off?
makes you so sure?
Hello?
Chung. Okay. Continue. Yeah, so there we are, 3 endings in.
I thought we were finished with that topic.
Okay, so now we're gonna have to choose a door, 4 or 5. So I think we can.
Then what should we do?
There we go. So we can skip all of this, but it's the actual choice of door that we can't skip. We actually have to do the puzzle this time around. I want door... Oh! Oh, what would our digital route would be for? But... No, I want door 5. Because... You know what? Actually, a very good reason to go through door 5 rather than door 4. When we go through door 4 on the next go around, we'll get to see the Funyarinpa again. And I think that'll be a nice way to kind of bookend the streams. Seeing the Funyarinpa in the first stream and seeing the Funyarinpa in the final stream. Thank you, Astral. Ooh, Junpei's eyes are back. That's fun. I like when that happens. Right. So then... I think I understand what needs to be done. Doesn't look like there's a keyhole in this door. True, but there is some strange device in lieu of one. A bed with a canopy. Seen things like this in movies and stuff, but never in real life. True, you don't see too many these days. I can't see the details, obviously, but I imagine it's one of those princess beds Clover is so fond of. Clover wants one of these? Yes. She wants a princess bed. Didn't I say that? You think it doesn't suit her? Yeah. I guess you could say that. Ah, Junpei. Judge her by appearances, will you? And well, you should not. Alright, score plate A.
What's wrong? You got weird all of a sudden.
I heard something strange.
Something strange?
Ah, well, never mind. It doesn't seem to be anything suspicious. I don't wish to toot my own horn, but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than those of most humans. I notice even the slightest noises.
Right. Are you gonna tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away?
Yes.
No, such a thing would be impossible. However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as sound echoing off the environment, I can locate most objects.
Oh yeah, that's right. When Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago, you were at her side immediately. So that was...
Yes, I could hear it happening. In fact, I can run quite fast. Certainly as fast as you. And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I am quite confident that I could defeat them.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Really?
You don't believe me, do you? Care to give it a try? I must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it. Well, I suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we?
Snake? Metal Gear Solid sure changed a lot. Yeah. It's a pun because he's blind. So I just had a really fun idea. So let me. Well, I'm gonna be doing some shenanigans in the background. A white desk. Feels kinda fancy. It's a small, round chair. Looks like it probably goes to the vanity. It's a white desk. Snake's rubbing it. This is a high quality desk. Teak? Or perhaps mahogany? Wow, how can you tell? Oh, I have my ways. Okay. What's this? This isn't a score. Is this a map of the ship? A map? There's a map of the ship here. Yeah. Then I imagine it will prove very helpful. You'd best hold on to it, Junpei. It's now possible to use the map screen. Okay. A piano keyboard. What is Snake doing? He can't play. Can he? This piano. There's something amiss with the keys. You mean it's out of tune or something? No, not that. It's properly tuned, just... Well, the sounds are clearly purposefully different. The C key doesn't yield a C, but rather a different note entirely. The same goes for the D keys. They play some other note. Huh. Why do you think it's like that? Isn't it painfully obvious? Zero modified it in some way. This piano, you see, is part of one of the puzzles Zero has set for us. Perhaps if we play the keys in the correct order, something will happen. In other words, we need to play a song on the piano. I believe so. It's totally a table with a mirror. Ah, yes. You know, that sort of thing is known as a vanity. Were you aware of that, Junpei? Of course, vanity also refers to self-love, conceit, and narcissism. As such, you could say that every day, when a woman looks into one of these, she is staring at her own conceit and narcissism. Doesn't that strike you as terribly sad? Okay. A window. There's an iron plate nailed to it. It's a heavy piece of paper that's been folded in half. It has score printed on the front of it. Score? That's gotta mean musical score. That's true, then the score we just found was probably in here. At least, at some point.
Oh, this is some sort of antique desk. Makes sense though, I guess. The whole room's full of antiques. You could get a nice handful of cash for all the stuff in here.
Indeed. It says score on this paper. I guess you put sheet music in it.
I get it. You're gonna use this vase, right? That's pretty clever, Junpei. We just gotta fill this thing with water.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh man, you don't get it? Just grab that vase and take a look around. You'll figure it out soon enough.
Well, the bathtub's full of gross, cloudy water.
Yeah. If we fill the vase up, then we can toss it.
Huh? Not really sure what he's saying. Whatever. Let's just get this vase full of water. Can we pull the plug now? There's a plug on the end of this chain. Alright, why don't we just drain this water?
Yeah, good plan.
Alright, where's that thing? A good tug ought to be enough to get it out. That's what my boyfriend used to say. What? Huh? Score plate D. A good tug to get it out, and we got the D, huh? I mean, I am a totally innocent idol, and I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. They bought that, right? I mean... And there we are in the mirror. What a pair. A college kid and a terrifying giant of a man in a beanie. Stuck in a cramped bathroom with this beast of a man. What would my parents say?
Something wrong, Junpei? You look real sad all of a sudden.
No, nothing.
It's a toilet. Doesn't seem to be anything in the toilet or the tank.
Oh.
There's some toilet paper on the wall there. Nothing that looks suspicious.
Okay. Alright, time to put this fire out.
Oh, about time, buddy. Let's do it!
Here we go. He got super excited for that. Wouldn't it be stupid if I tried to reach in and touch that ceramic plate without putting the fire out first?
Good job. Another success. That fire didn't stand a chance.
He's... Alright. I'll just pull this out now. I don't want to get burned, so let's pull down the sleeves.
It's a ceramic plate of some kind. It looks like a blank sheet of music.
Oh. You okay, bud?
Hey, Seven. What the hell was that? Are you alright?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy, that's all. What the hell is wrong with me? First memory loss, now I'm getting dizzy for no reason.
Memory loss?
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh? Yeah, I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. I told him I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up. Didn't realize I hadn't told you.
Whoa, wait a minute. You're talking about amnesia, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, why are you an amnesiac? What happened to you?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be an amnesiac.
If I knew that, I wouldn't really be one, would I?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Are you telling the truth?
Huh?
Well, you look pretty calm for somebody who doesn't remember anything. If you've really got amnesia, shouldn't you be, like, upset or confused or something?
Well, sure. I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up down on D-Deck. But that was a while ago. I've had some time to get used to it. After a while, I figured it wasn't worth the trouble of worrying about it. After all, why worry about something I can't change? Well, people usually don't stay amnesiacs forever. I figure it'll work itself out eventually.
Are you sure?
That's it?
That's it. Alright, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work.
How are you fine with something like that?
Okay. G. Alright. This is a suitcase made of leather, the color of rich mahogany.
Well, shoot. Oh, looks like there's nothing in it.
Okay. Back in we go. Okay. The safe? This safe is locked.
It's one of those dial locks. It doesn't have a key. We just need to get the dials in the right place and it'll open.
Did you find anything, Seven?
Nope. How about you, Snake?
I also found nothing. Music stand. Seems as good a place as any to put this music we found. Just gotta put the ceramic plate on the bottom. And then stack the glass plates on top of it. Alright, good. Sweet! Now I can play the music! Junpei, would you be so kind as to play the piano? I'm unable to, you see. There we go. And forgot about the extra slot, so I kind of went about this the wrong way, but those of you with a tier 1, if you refresh the stream, you'll have something new to play with. Hey, Astral got it. Nice. Oh, that looked really well, them falling down the screen. That looked really well. I'm sure I don't need to tell you, but the keys on this piano are not what you might expect them to be. C won't be C, D won't be D, and so forth. You must listen carefully to determine which keys to strike. Do you understand? Yeah, I understand. I remember how to do this from before. Yeah, alright, let's give this a shot. So it should be 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3. And I'm having secondary school flashbacks again. And we're done. Music is not my forte. Wait, what was that noise? Junpei, we did it. Looks like it worked. I heard something unlock over by the exit. Let's go. Good plan.
Stand! Bow! Be seated.
Well, I guess he hasn't forgotten that. At least Snake thinks it's funny. Yes, I suppose that was the classroom bell, wasn't it? I don't imagine that's what Zero was thinking of, however. No, Zero almost certainly meant to suggest Westminster, not middle school.
Westminster?
The palace in London that plays host these days to the Houses of Parliament. You've heard of Big Ben, the famous clock tower, yes? Big Ben plays that very collection of notes on the hour.
London? Like the capital of England, huh?
At any rate, the door is now unlocked. Let's leave this place immediately. Wait a sec. What was the point of you?
A safe.
It's a safe?
A safe.
A safe, huh?
The exit's open.
Yes. Strange that we didn't need to open this to achieve our goal. Do you think it's important? I wonder what's in there. It's a safe with a dial lock on it. We won't be able to open it until we know the right numbers. Guess we'll just leave it alone for now and move on. Alright, let's go. Wonderful.
Another hallway?
Right. Oh, the Baccarat room. Okay. Interesting, his Junpei's eyes are coming up on the thing now. They like before it wasn't. I even remember commenting on it. So I wonder what determines when he turns up and when he doesn't. Card 5. Well, I am player 5. And he's drinking the booze. Okay. What painting is this? Clouds, maybe? Clouds? Well, maybe it's a rabbit. A rabbit? Well, if it's not that, it might be a close-up of some teeth. Hmm. Oh, I guess there's actually nothing there. Just a blank piece of canvas in a frame. I see. How strange. A woman, something with a pointy tip, and an upside down butt. Aw. Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to... Censored. Junpei! What on earth are you talking about? Oh, well, well, when I turned on these lights, I got these shadows on the canvas. They look like, well, like what I just said. A woman, something with a pointy tip, and upside down butt. Yeah. It sounds like a rather sensual shadow play. Not really. Shedding quite a bit of light. I can't turn it off. The light on the right side is lit. Oh. Wait. When those two lights turned on, I heard something from the bottom of the fireplace. What was that? I heard something down there. Clubs, diamonds, and hearts? What's that? Well, when I turn on these lights, they make these shadows on the canvas. And the shadows look like the three symbols, right? Yeah. Clubs, diamonds, and hearts. Okay. Alright, let's drop the coin in the slot. Come on, you little bastards. I only need one of you. Oh, spin. Club, diamond, heart. First try! 777, yeah! I think something unlocked in here. Impressive, Junpei. It would appear to be unlocked now. There is something akin to a drawer in the bottom part of this machine, yes? And that is a pickup drawer for the dividend. Probably the lock for the drawer got unlocked. And please open it, if you would. What is it? Is there something in there? Yeah, playing card. And this. A key with the Venus symbol on it. Excellent, Junpei. Now we will be able to open the gate. Just need to figure out how to get out of this room. Correct. Come on, Junpei, hurry up. And he's off. There's a playing card and a Venus key. Better put the key in my pocket for later. As for the card... Is that everything? Do I have every... I think we have everything we need to progress the puzzle now. So... let's get on that, I guess. Let's head over to the Baccarat table.
Ah, Baccarat.
Nope. I don't need this again. So... yeah, okay, you just explained how the game works. You don't need to explain it again. I'm not that dumb. I'm very dumb, but I'm not that dumb. Come on, Junpei, shut up. Shut up and play, lad. So... so... 2, 3, and 4 add up to 9, which gives us the 8. These cards are now stuck. And then we can come over here and to this thing. So that goes in there. Ace is 1. And then we just dump the rest of our cards in here. Yeah. So this time it's digital root is 9. So 5 and 6 is 11. Plus 7 is 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9. And we're out of here.
This way.
And we gotta go through all this nonsense of the reds being broken, question mark? But hey, because we're on autopilot, we can kick back for a minute. Okay. Oh no, you're too late, Astral. She's gone. I appreciate it, though. Hmm. Right. I don't think this matters. Okay, door 8 it is. What does that put us into, like the laboratory, right? Oh, we get to see Science Boy again. Cool. Okay. Ethanol. Power cable. Okay. Right, yeah, so the power lead we have is too short. Junpei, do something, please! Okay. A window made of really thick glass. Don't even think a bullet could break it. That's... Is this like an examination table? There's a creepy mannequin in here, guys. Permanent marker. What were they doing in here? Is she all quiet? We're doing experiments on humans. Probably. Aw, man, now she looks sad. Huh? There's a mannequin lying on the exam table. Can't really see it very well from here, but it looks like there's a bunch of electrodes sticking out of its head. The mannequin looks so... sad. Gotta admit, I'm starting to feel kind of sorry for it. Am I getting attached to this thing? Oh, maybe I should give it a name. How about the Science Boy? Science Boy is laying on the table. His poor head is full of electrodes. Oh, the power cables, what do you mean? But... well, maybe more like... okay, so yeah, she's gonna give us an adapter that we can use. Okay, so none of the dials work. Right, so over to here. Please don't look at me like that, you're scaring me. Don't suggest to the fashion-conscious teenager to use her clothing to wipe off the permanent marker, Junpei. You trust me. Famous last words. I feel kind of special. And she's just wandering around the table. I don't think she even knows we're calling her. So I gotta do this first, and then I can have the plug? Why do I have to select the table 70 times? Why can it not just be, I click the table, she has the ethanol, pick up the cloth, do the wiping, tell me about the numbers in the grid? Why do I have to keep pressing it? Fusion, huh?
Oh, that worked. What? Huh? It's running on its own?
It certainly looks like it.
Isn't that kinda... What kind of job do you have? What are you?
Oh, new stuff. Okay, cool. This is new dialogue. What are you?
I'm unemployed at the moment. I used to work for a cybersecurity firm, but I quit.
Why?
Lotus blinked.
Huh? Oh, it was just something.
She stopped typing for a moment, and her face fell.
I see.
This was not an avenue of questioning to be pursued, Junpei realized, and quickly shut his mouth. Lotus's fingers began to move again, and in a few seconds she was back up to speed. As she typed, more letters and symbols that meant nothing to Junpei began to pour across the screen.
Oh, what are you doing now?
I'm going to try and brute force it.
Brute what?
A brute force attack is... Well, the short version is that I just attack the thing head on. The long version?
Without looking up or slowing down, she began to explain.
A brute force attack is one of the simplest ways to break a cipher. It checks every possible combination until it finds the right one. For a complex cipher, it can take a very long time. I'm writing a program that would run an attack like that on its own. It's not the most elegant solution, certainly. But given the circumstances, there isn't much else I can do.
Even as she talked, her fingers never slowed or missed a key. Junpei couldn't help but feel a little odd.
Oh, but back to what we were talking about earlier.
What were we talking about?
So, here's the thing, right? Squishy as it looks, the longer I look at Lotus's chest, the more awkward it is, artistically. The boobs are, like, her boobs are down far too low, and her neck piece, I feel like, should either be up higher or should be sitting on the cleavage. Kind of like, Alice's, like, thing, like, that ornament she wears in Virtue's Last Reward. Like, I get what they wanted to do here and what they were going for, but it doesn't quite work. And then once you see it, you can't unsee it, and it just kind of kills the fantasy, doesn't it? It's yeah. Like, if this ever got another re-release in the future, there's a lot of the art I feel like they could go back and redo. The hands-on sprites, for one thing, are notoriously hideous. But, anyway, let's get back to it.
The wireless display?
Oh, okay, this is all new. I can't skip.
It's kind of strange if you think about it, isn't it? How do I put it? Well, let's say you write a program that calculates an addition problem for you, all right? So you enter 1 + 1. The screen will show you 2. See? Isn't that strange?
No, not really.
Oh, come on now. Of course a caveman like you would think it was strange. You said so just a minute ago. You're just not getting it, are you? Who calculated 1 plus 1?
The main computer, right? You said it connected to the monitor wirelessly.
Yeah, but someone who grew up in a cave wouldn't know that, right? They'd probably think that this thing here, the monitor, is doing the calculating. And once they've decided that, they'll start examining this monitor. They might poke the screen or something. Ah, I see the color changes when I press it here. Then they might investigate the hardware on the inside.
LCD screen, is it?
Oh, I see. So this wire supplies the power. Eventually, they might even cut the wires. Ah, yes. Just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear. Therefore, it must be this device which does the calculations.
Oh.
But the truth is that, just like you said, the computer is doing the calculating. But these cave people wouldn't know that. Because they have no idea that the monitor and the computer are connected wirelessly.
Lotus continued to type. Junpei scratched his head.
So, what are you trying to say?
Nothing, really. It's just, I thought maybe. What if the relationship between human beings and our brains is like that?
Huh?
Well, let's say you stick a bunch of electrodes into parts of the brain. A scientist examining the signals they send out might say, interesting. So stimulating this part of the brain causes the person to see colors. That must mean this neuron cluster controls that function. Okay, let's see what happens when I cut out this part. Ah, just what I thought. Cutting off this part causes that function to cease. Therefore, human thought processes must occur in the human brain. See? Doesn't it sound the same? Maybe the brain is just an output device, like this monitor. Maybe our thought processes actually occur somewhere else, in a main body.
What?
We just don't know it. We never even think about it. Just like those cave people wouldn't know about wireless communications. We can't imagine that there's some unknown medium that transfers information into our brains, where we experience that information as thoughts.
If this is true, I need a word with my programmer. Junpei didn't say anything. Not so much because he had no retort. No, her argument just seemed silly. And he was a little surprised to be hearing something like it from someone like her.
The brain is just an output device. Human thought actually occurs somewhere else.
That's just crazy talk.
Did Lotus really think that, he wondered? It was a little creepy, Junpei thought. It sounded altogether too much like a bizarre, cultish religion.
Maybe that's the cause of Seven's amnesia.
Oblivious to Junpei's increasing discomfort, Lotus continued.
If memory is actually stored somewhere else, in some sort of main body somewhere, maybe he hasn't forgotten anything at all. He's just having a difficult time accessing his memories because the monitor, his brain, has been damaged.
Huh.
I suppose that would explain aphasia and blindsight, too. Perhaps they actually can speak or see. The monitor just isn't functioning properly. I guess people with prosopagnosia could be suffering from the same thing.
Wait a minute.
What?
What?
Prosopag what? He knew what aphasia was from watching medical dramas on TV. And blindsight was easy enough to guess, but he'd never heard the word prosopagnosia before.
What? You've never heard of prosopagnosia?
Oh god. That's her face is kind of scary. Whatever AI upscaling they did from the DS version to this did not like her lips. There's like artifacting all around the sides of her lip. Lotus spun around in her chair to look at him. Junpei just shrugged and shook his head.
No, what is it?
Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours. So they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other. That means that people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to. Usually they can make do by associating people with other things. Their voices, their clothes, their hair.
Does that mean other people's faces look like blanks?
No, I don't think so.
Not blanks. Jeez, Junpei.
Well, you've seen monkeys, like in a zoo, right? To you and me, all the monkey faces look the same. Even though they've obviously got faces, it's almost impossible for a human to distinguish between them. The zoo staff that works with them would learn to identify different monkeys eventually, but you or I couldn't unless one had a scar or something else to set it apart. Well, that's how people would be to someone with prosopagnosia.
Prosopagnosia. Huh. I didn't even know that kind of thing existed.
Junpei did his best to act as though the entire lecture hadn't gone entirely over his head.
And, what were we talking about?
The idea that your brain is just an output device, like a monitor.
Are you serious about that stuff?
Not really. I was just kidding for about half of it.
What about the other half?
Well, I guess I was just adulting.
Adulting?
Not funny.
Lotus's smile had something rather masochistic to it.
It's nothing more than a story I made up out of boredom. Don't take it seriously. It was the first thing that came to mind, and I just talked about it to kill time. But looks like I don't need to talk anymore.
Why?
I don't have to kill time any longer.
As she spoke, Lotus raised her right arm high and brought it down on the enter key.
Oh, then you finished that brute whatever thing?
I certainly did. And let's see what we got.
Chunks of text flickered on and off in quick succession, and then a line of numbers appeared, blinked, and disappeared. The screen cleared and all that was left was the word accepted.
Piece of cake.
Lotus would clearly have patted herself on the back, if it would not have made her look entirely ridiculous. After a few seconds, the accepted disappeared to be replaced with 9 squares arranged in a 3x3 square.
The screen changed again. What the hell is that?
It's a puzzle, Junpei, come on.
No idea. Looks like a puzzle.
Suddenly, Lotus stood up.
Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff?
No, I can't do anymore. It won't let...
Okay, do I remember, yeah, I think it's just as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yep, we got our key. Hey, Rinka, welcome in. How you doing? It was just at that moment he heard a voice behind him. It was Clover.
Hey, Junpei, do you have a minute?
He put the puzzle aside for the moment and walked over to Clover.
What's up?
I wanted to ask you something.
Oh?
Hmm?
Junpei, you went into door 5 with my brother, right? Did you hear him say, like, anything weird?
Huh?
Why is she asking me this? Junpei wondered. The more he thought about it, however, the more it made sense. Snake had been gone for a long time. Clover was quite attached to her brother. Of course she would have been worried about him.
Well, let me think.
He thought back to when he'd gone through door 5, hoping he might remember something, even a small something that would help her. However...
Sorry, Clover. I can't really think of anything. I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay.
Clover's words were barely audible. She nodded vaguely to Junpei and turned to walk away.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hmm?
Look, I don't know if I should ask you things, but if you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me if, is Snake, was he born...
You're talking about his eyes?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't born blind. When he was a kid, he got in an accident. A really bad car accident. He couldn't see after that.
Oh?
And his arm.
His arm?
Yeah. My brother's left arm is, it's not like a normal person's arm. It's fake. It's not a real arm. The accident hurt him really bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm.
Oh.
Is that all you wanted to ask me?
Talking about her brother had clearly taken a great deal out of Clover. Junpei nodded.
Look, I'm sorry for making you talk about all that painful stuff.
It's not that.
Clover only shook her head and walked off down the stairs. Okay. Hey, Clover, mess with this thing. This thing is on now. Science boy is lying on the table. His poor head is full of electrodes. Maybe if we increase the voltage? Max voltage? Ah, shit! Science boy, no! Oh my god! Okay. What the hell? Science boy's head is on fire. Science boy, no! Oh, the humanity! What the hell is Science boy? Are you talking about the mannequin? Yes? Forget about the mannequin. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay. Hey, we're out. We're out. And we can just go back to being on autopilot for a minute. While I have some Oreo.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room. Here.
Seven tossed something small and metallic toward Junpei.
Whoa.
Nice catch.
Why can't we skip this?
Jeez.
He caught it and found that the object was a key.
I see. So this is Jupiter.
On it, someone had engraved a symbol very similar to the number 4. He looked over at June, who nodded back. It had to be the Jupiter symbol.
I'm gonna let you hold on to that, alright?
Yeah, on it.
Well, I've got something for you too, then. Here, it's the Saturn key card. We found it in the kitchen. I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
Yeah, on it.
And with that, she pressed it into Junpei's hand. He felt slightly less than honored.
So how many unused keys do we have now?
There's the Earth key we found in the laboratory. The Jupiter key you just gave me. And the Saturn key card from Lotus. I'll keep them safe.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs...
Wait! What about door 3?
Look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. It just lead us back to the big hospital room.
Oh. The Oreos are gone. Boo. But you know what? We might actually hit... Even with everything on skip mode, I wasn't expecting to get through all this as quick as we have. Junpei wasn't sure. Well, it's possible. So, I think we're onto something, but I also think we need to go through door 6 again now. I know last time we went through door 6 we kind of got knifed in the back, but I feel like this is where we need to go this again. This is where we need to go now. So oh. Yep, we're back here. Okay. June's fever's acting up. Da-da-da-dum. Okay. How are we all doing, Lurky Turkey? Lurky Turkeys. Okay. We go back through B, then back through A, and now through C. Oh wait, hold on.
I believe the box has reached the floor.
Okay.
You know, speaking of experiments...
Oh, new stuff. Santa suddenly stopped.
There was this experiment some scientists did with rats. First, they took a squarish C-shaped tank and filled it with enough water that the rats could drown in it. The tank has 2 exits. Just to make it easy, we'll call one A and the other B. Exit A is pitch black, so dark even a rat can't see anything. But exit B is electrified, which means the rat can't leave through it. So, what would a rat do if it was put in this situation? Which exit would the rat choose?
There was a moment of silence after Santa posed the question, and then Ace responded.
B, of course. The rat has no way of knowing that exit B is electrified.
Exactly. The rat goes to exit B. Of course, like I said, it's electrified, which means the rat can't get out that way. So, after a lot of trial and error, the rat finally finds exit A.
I can't say that's very interesting or relevant. It's simply the story of a laboratory experiment.
You're right. It isn't very interesting. Yet. See, these scientists repeated this experiment over and over, using hundreds of different rats over several generations. This produced some surprising results. With each generation, the rats took less time to find the correct exit. Eventually, a rat was put in the tank who instantly chose exit A without even attempting to go to exit B. But that wasn't the most impressive part. The same experiment was conducted in another laboratory, far from the original one, with the same results. No, on second thought, the results weren't really the same. The rats in this second experiment began the trials with significantly faster times than the first rats in the initial one. These rats weren't related to the others and had never even come in contact with them. And yet...
We're hearing a lot of stories like this throughout this game.
They all easily found their way to exit A as though they already knew. What did it mean?
Are you suggesting something like telepathy? They were passing information to one another through some undetectable medium?
Ace looked skeptical. Santa snorted at him.
How the hell would I know?
It's your story!
I'm not any kind of scientist. I don't know what made him do that. But I do know that story's true. And if you've got another explanation, I'd sure love to hear it. Come on, let's get going. There's still a lot here we haven't checked out. And we gotta get the hell out of here before June passes out.
Without waiting for a response, he turned around and started walking. Junpei, however, wasn't quite ready to leave the topic alone.
Hey, wait. There's something I want to ask you.
What?
Santa stopped and turned around.
Why did they use that tank for the experiment?
Huh?
Well, I mean, it seems like you could conduct the same experiment without the water. They could have just used a dry box, you know? If they needed to motivate the rats to escape, they could have, I don't know, put some bait by exit B or something. I mean, do they really have to make it so the rats can drown?
Santa gave a grim bark of a laugh.
You know, the word emergency comes from the same root as the word emerge. You ever think about that? Huh? Well, an emergency is something urgent, often something dangerous. And to emerge means to sort of come out, or appear, or rise out of something else.
Ah, yes. I remember the day I emerged to my closest people.
So what's going to emerge in an emergency? Inspiration.
Inspiration?
Yeah. Think about it. When the chips are down, either you crack or your mind focuses and pulls up what you need.
So in an emergency, your real potential emerges. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's why the rats had to drown. They had to be in danger. There had to be an emergency for inspiration to emerge.
Oh.
Junpei suddenly felt cold. The back of his head was aching and his stomach felt strange. Okay. So I am skipping dialogue on this because we only did this room, we only did this puzzle room on the last stream. So unless it's new stuff, I'm just skipping past. Just get the furnace filled up. Let the men do their work. Shoveling coal is not woman work, according to the video game, especially when said woman has a fever. Okay. I will take that. Take that. And then we take that. And we go this way. Up here, we do this, and then we make our little, you know, magic star, and we GTFO. So, swap, swap. Oh, that one was close. There we go. And we're out.
Yes! The door's open!
Can we skip the Santa conversation? Yep.
We didn't have parents. They
Oh.
bought it in an accident when we were still kids.
Oh, this is new. Okay. I was her Santa Claus. Wait, what? This sudden revelation took Junpei by surprise. He had no idea what Santa meant. He glanced at June, who shook her head. She didn't know either. We didn't have parents. They bought it in an accident when we were still kids.
So I had to be like her dad. And that meant that I bought her Christmas presents every year. On Christmas Eve, I'd leave the present next to her pillow. And the next morning, she'd come running into my room with this big smile. Look, look, Santa left me a present. He got me that doll I really wanted. I'm so glad he got my letter. She was always so excited. I was the one who told her to write those letters. I'd say, write down something you want and mail it to Santa. The address I gave her was somewhere in Northern Europe that doesn't exist. Anyway, she'd write the letter and stamp it and send it out. And then a few days later, it'd show up back in our mailbox marked address unknown. I'd open the letters before she figured out they'd been sent back. Once I had the letter, I'd go around to a couple stores with some money I'd saved up over the year and buy her the stuff she'd asked for. It took a lot of saving, but I managed to buy her presents every year.
Huh.
Junpei was silent. He could think of nothing to say.
Huh.
June looked down, uncomfortable. Don't mention my Ami hoodie has been keeping me warm during this cold snap. Aww. Yay! Thank you, Rinka. If anybody else would like to be kept warm during this cold snap, check out the store. The wall next to him suddenly groaned. Either he hadn't heard the sound, or didn't care. Santa kept talking.
But one year, her letter was different. She didn't write a list of toys she wanted or anything like that. Instead, it said, I don't want any presents this year. Instead, I want you to make my wish come true.
Oh?
My wish is that we'll be happy like this for a really, really long time.
Aww.
That was it. Nothing else. But I couldn't make that wish come true. Some Santa I am.
Santa looked sad. Junpei had never seen him look sad before. He wasn't sure he liked it. Junpei decided it was probably best not to ask Santa any more questions. But
What happened?
June glanced up at Santa quickly as she spoke. He answered, but only with an effort.
She died. She was killed 9 years ago.
Oh.
There was nothing Junpei could say. His heart felt like a great lump of lead. June bit her lip and looked away. Her face was pale.
All right, let's go.
Santa stood up suddenly, his downcast demeanor gone. He shoved the picture back in his pocket and headed back up the stairs, taking them two at a time. Alright, we can fast forward again. And we're in the cargo room. Joy! We gotta find all the pictures, get all the pins, control the Pushmaster 5000. Oh! No eyes.